Reploids. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ramblin Reploids. My name is Coleman X, and today is a special one because I am joined with Twitch from Reploid REVO.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Protodude.
Howdy, y'all.
He did it, the madman.
He did it!
And ShadowRockZX.
What's down in the town?
Oh, okay.
Not what I was expecting at all.
I didn't know we were coming up with catchphrases today.
Oh no, I need a better one. Okay, but seriously, it's so good to have the full crew here. I never thought it would happen, but here we are. So thank you all for coming. This is fantastic.
For sure.
No problem.
Thank you for having me.
We sure
I'm,
are
like,
diving
locked in
into
your
the deep
basement,
log
so-
today.
Oh yeah, we are diving super hard into the deep log.
Oh, we totally are.
Yeah, because today is just about characters that we want to see in DiVE, potential abilities they would have, and then a little while ago we put out a call for the fans to say what they wanted, and we picked a few, and we're gonna highlight those at the end. So this is gonna be pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess let's just do one at a time. We'll go in order, and let's just get it started.
Sure.
All right, I'll start it off. And my first one is Ix, or Return X, from the Mega Mission.
The Luminous Avenger X?
No, not that one. The original Ix.
The original X.
The green boy.
The original. The genuine article.
It's weird that a genuine article is also a copy. Mega Man's weird.
Mega Man is weird. We'll leave it at that.
Xerox.
But Ix is so cool. Like, I would specifically want that second design, not the one where he's just recolor X with spikes, but where he's got the bigger shoulders and stuff.
The like fully armored one.
Yeah,
They
the
made,
one
like, a
the
mo-
one
the
that
one
came
they made
out.
a model kit out, right?
Yeah, the one that came out as a model kit.
He has like the pointy like nail finger things.
Yes.
He's got like his chest looks like a viper or something.
Oh, it's so cool. But I would love him just to see what they would do with him. Because, like, I feel like Mega Mission needs, like, a spotlight on it, because as we've seen with DiVE, it's really fan servicey already. So shining a spotlight on something a little bit more obscure would be just so cool. And I was looking through cards of his, and I was like, like, what kind of abilities would he have? And there's one where he's shooting out like this pink spiral shot. Like, it looks like a pink storm tornado, sort of.
Oh, that's
So
interesting.
I was thinking it would be like a spiral shot, and it would do heavy damage that lingers, kind of like the Ultimate Armor Buster.
Mhm.
And it would also poison, because that's like his thing, He's like an infectious, like,
He's got like the
guy.
strawberry flavored like glade plugin,
Mm.
It's just like a pink blast of scented air, and it lingers. It's too strong.
That'll be what it's called now.
Exactly.
But and the other ability I thought of would be just, I would call it Infection, and it would just like slow and debuff the enemy. I think that would really fit in with how his character is, because he, like, from what I understand, he infects X with like the clear armor. Like that's like how he kind of gets inside of him before X like kills him and breaks free. So I'm like, yeah, he's an infection type, so hanging around poison and debuffs and stuff, I think that would be a really good idea with him. But yeah, what do you guys think about Ix?
I think he definitely should get some more spotlight. There's a lot of cool characters that are in Mega Mission and more recently in Giga Mission, who are just kind of like introduced and then they just vanish. And it's like, come on, they're like, Ix is like probably one of the cool. He's basically like Copy X before Copy X, and he has like a cool design. It's like if X were a Maverick, like that's what he would kind of be.
Yeah.
And he's like super cool. And with the release of like the True Force X figure, and then they did like a recolor for X Kai where he's like black and gold and stuff. People really seem to like that, and I feel like it's like almost like the next iteration of Ix. And so there's interest in that, and so I think that if you were to, go back to the OG and kind of like bring him in, I think, people would really gravitate towards that, especially for people who have never heard of this character. So they would be like, whoa, who is this? It'd be like really hype and super cool to like, bring in more obscure characters. So I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if there's any time to have such obscure content in a Mega Man game, now is the time, because XDive is non-canon anyways.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense, and
yeah,
X would be cool. They could even take like some of the other ideas, like those infected Mavericks. I'm not entirely familiar with Mega Mission and Giga Mission, but I think some of the things they had in there, like X's armors, the prototype blade armor, and that new one in Giga Mission, that would be a cool addition to XDive.
I think obscure characters would benefit greatly. It's kind of like the Smash Bros of Mega Man, in so far as like all the random characters you're pulling in. So, characters who were either not super popular or didn't get a lot of fleshing out can now get that. I mean, we already expressed interest in that with like Command Mission, and like that's a fairly well-known game. So I would love to see them go a step beyond and be like, hey, we're celebrating all aspects of the franchise,
Yeah. I was I was thinking about it. I know they make a big deal of like, every series can be involved, but I don't know how the rights work with Ix, whatever. He's mostly appeared in the Bandai products, so I wonder if his rights are split. Like, do they need Bandai's permission to put him in the game, or vice versa? So,
no, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I hadn't considered that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works. That'd be so cool to bring him into the the game. I don't want to say canon, but like the game universe. The first time.
Yeah, like actually be able to like control him, or even if it's just a boss, just to acknowledge that this character exists. Would be really cool.
Well, yeah, and they did the thing with. Well, I don't know, because Bandai. So did you say Bandai owns the rights necessarily? I don't understand.
They're Capcom has the overall rights for like X characters, but Bandai created the original characters for like Mega Missions and such. But
so they were Bandai created. I thought they were made in house, and Bandai just facilitated the model kits.
I don't know exactly how how that was. It was executed. If Capcom said like, we want this character, and they were like, okay, we'll design him. What do you guys think? But I've heard in the past like they were given like an outline, and Bandai's designers whipped him up. Capcom refined it, but since it's like a Bandai product only, appearing like cards and what have you, Gashapon, it belongs mostly to Bandai.
Oh, I see.
It's
okay.
It's kind of like how Nintendo and Square both own Geno from Mario RPG.
Yeah, a bit like that.
Yeah. Like you kind of you have to have both of them shake hands before you can bring it into another product. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I guess to shine some hopeful light on that, I believe the Mega Mission cards were pretty recently re-released. Yeah. So maybe like Capcom can be in talks with them and be like, hey, we just put those cards out, everyone really liked those, maybe can we pretty please, have these characters just to make an appearance in our game? I don't know, something. Maybe. They're not quite as closed off as like Nintendo and Square.
Yeah. Geno who?
I don't know.
Yeah, Geno who?
Or like Geno.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I like Geno too, though.
I love Geno. But yeah, that's my first choice. Ix.
Yeah, I would go for him too. I think we discussed some, just for some context, a lot of us have overlapping choices, so we tried to pick ones that other people weren't picking, so that, you guys wouldn't just hear us say the same bunch of characters over and over again. But yeah, I also second Ix. I think he's a lot of our first choices.
Yeah, like, we could sit here and talk about all of X's armors all day, but we're pretty sure it's gonna get an X die regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. I think in a lot of our decision making, we tried to avoid like any of the main playable characters from the games because those are almost guaranteed, basically at some point.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, well, all of X's armors, probably Vent, probably Ale, probably Ash, and Gray, and Walnut. They're all probably going to end up in the game at some point. So
Yeah.
we're trying to pick some ones that you might not have thought of.
Some of like the side characters, or even some obscure ones that aren't usually mentioned.
Like X.
Yeah.
But yeah, Twitch, what do you got for your first one?
Well, it's funny that you mention characters that we don't talk about often, or characters who are a little bit more obscure and things like that. Mine is also a green baddie who happens to be a copy of a famous Mega Man. My choice is Quint.
Ah.
I would like to have Quint be a playable character in X-Dive because I think that he is so novel and charming and strange that I think he would be fun to have as just a character. He's just really interesting. For those of you who don't know, Quint comes from one of the Game Boy Mega Man games. I believe it's Mega Man 2 for Game Boy.
Mega Man 2, yes.
He is a reprogrammed Mega Man from the future, sent back in time to kill the original Mega Man by Dr. Wily of the future, who has been corrupted by evil Dr. Wily of the past. Like, basically in the future, everyone, made peace and, there's no more fighting. And then evil Dr. Wily went to the future and, screwed it all up. So that's the extremely short version. I'm not going to get into a history lesson about Quint. All you need to know is he looks like Green Proto Man and rides on a pogo stick jackhammer thing with eyes. For his abilities, they're pretty simple. I know that it might seem overly simple, but I think Quint is just he's a simple robot with simple wants and needs. His first ability is Sakugarne Soar. Sakugarne is the name of his jackhammer, by the way. Basically, he does a gigantic super jump straight up, which creates a shockwave where he jumps, so it'll hit on either side, dealing, damage or something like that. And then he has Sakugarne Stomp, which is only used in the air, which is basically he slams back down at high speed and creates yet another shockwave. This time would be even bigger. And so my thought is you can use your movement as an attack for Quint rather than just focusing on shooting, which obviously you can. So I thought it would be fun if you had an ability where you can use one ability to jump and deal damage, and then while they're reeling from that, you can in the air kind of guide yourself above them and then hit them for a 1-2 attack, or you can use it as a super jump to get up to higher places that you normally can't double jump to.
So you can Scrooge McDuck them, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so it would just kind of work like that. Just a way of... I like the idea of movement abilities that also double as attack skills or something. Maybe the jump can be a stun, and then the stomp is the one that does the damage. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
But they're very simple. I just like the idea of him hopping around on his pogo stick.
Wait,
That makes a lot of sense.
Are you suggesting that they make Sakugarne useful?
Yes.
What?
I know that's a radical concept. I mean, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this.
I mean,
Sakugarne
they made Iris. They made Iris useful.
That's
true. She doesn't even turn into her right armor, does she? No.
No.
I don't think so. Okay.
Kind of a
Still.
lost opportunity there, but
I feel like that would be difficult only because of the way the right armor functions. It's just floating all the time, and I don't know how she has such a complicated attack pattern. I'm not sure how you'd work it into
And
gameplay.
To be fair, right armors are kind of a pain to control in X-Dive anyways.
Yeah, just a lot.
Yeah.
dump them
In
all
that
together.
case, you might not like one of my other choices later on.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll get
to
there.
that.
Well, I would love to see Quint.
Yeah.
I kind of want him to have a a secondary costume that would be red, just because the American box art for Mega Man 2 Game Boy he was red, and I was like, oh, it's Proto Man. And for years, I thought it was Proto Man. You know, like, in the game. Like, okay, sunglasses, I've seen the cartoon.
I'm looking this up right now. I've never heard of this.
Why does he have a pogo stick? I don't know.
Why is
I
it
just thought it was like reprogrammed.
Because it's fun.
Oh, right.
Oh my gosh, you're not even kidding. Look at him.
No. Yeah, he's just
He looks
red
almost
and
like
proud.
Quickman too. He's got like the Quickman color.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I feel like someone must have confused him for Proto Man and was just like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Well, maybe they just
They'll
saw
do
the
it.
sprite, you know. And that was it.
That's true. Maybe they only had like the sprite art, which is
Since it's black and white.
green and black.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was very cool.
Green and more green.
Yeah, it
He's
was
just
Game Boy
standing
Pocket.
on the atmosphere.
Yeah,
Well,
I
as
mean,
you
that
do.
was- What a boss, honestly.
Well, that's one of his passive abilities. Stand on atmosphere.
Yes, that should be his second ability. So the first one, Sakugane Soar, where he jumps into the atmosphere, and then he has the atmosphere stand, and he can just stand on top of the planet and just time you out or something.
He can assert his dominance.
He said, "My planet needs me." And he just jumps.
Woo! Yeah, that's a good choice. I like it. We got green boys going so far.
Yeah.
Or red.
What is it
depending
with
on-
green evil dudes? Like green evil copies of like main characters. Missed opportunity to make Nightmare Zero with green. Just saying.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
again,
you
I
know,
guess purple was closer in the hue slider. So.
You got to do the hue.
Beautiful.
But all right, Protodude, what do you got first?
Alright, so my first pick is my baby Agma Dragoon. That is my favorite Maverick, like, ever.
All right.
Rogan!
Yeah.
He
Shoryuken!
is a pretty awesome Maverick. not
Oh
gonna
my
lie.
He
god,
is.
his design.
Yeah, he's awesome.
His design is just, I don't know, it's something so appealing to it. And like as a kid growing up, I constantly drew like artwork of him. So this is a pretty nostalgic choice. But he will play as you would expect. He's got his Hadouken, his Rising Fire, his dive kick,
Mhm.
and oh gosh, I don't know if it has a move. Flame Bullet, I think. I don't remember the one with the where he like rains down the fireballs and it would
Where he
be, like,
makes the
a
meteors? Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It'd be like a screen clearing move, and
That'd be
Yeah.
so
That'd
much
be
fun.
interesting.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
figured you'd go for like the magma breath where he just shoots like the sustained beam out of his mouth.
I thought
I
about
always
that,
thought
but like
the
it leaves you
animation was
open.
so cool on that one. It does, it does. Like, well, you know what? Much like the Akuma that he's based on, he would be a high damage dealing and high damage receiving character. He'd be a glass
Mhm.
cannon. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's got those big
Yeah,
old
Magma
feet.
Dragoon is.
Makes some
Yeah,
noise.
his feet are huge, even bigger than
What is
normal.
It's like an X5 where he every time he jumps or whatever, it makes like that very satisfying like "thud" sound. I love it. The X training ring
Yeah.
X5. Yeah.
I'm so
I
glad
think
they
that
brought
sound
him
was
back for the
used
training.
in X4 when he jumps out of the lava or something. It's only used for that though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
But
remember
in
that.
X5, I think they added it to always be like when he jumps around, which is nice. Very satisfying footstep link, you know.
Yes. It's those big,
Mhm.
big, sexy metal claws.
Yes, it's funny because like his feet look so awkward to walk with, but like he don't care. He's Magma Dragoon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's got a
That's
kick.
why he's always jumping.
I have mastered. Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
he's always jumping. I've mastered the art of walking. It's very difficult for Reploids.
And then his most famous move, drop kicking you into the lava.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Oh
it. You
man,
did.
yeah, just the instant kill, just right into the lava.
As
Yep.
great as his design is, he also has like those useless like shoulder pads that look like claws.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that for? Like nudging people?
Well,
Like, hey.
Yeah, he'll
How's it
shoulder
going?
tackle you.
You know what? Speaking of his shoulders, he's a guy who can never give you the cold shoulder. I'm
Good night,
sorry,
everybody.
that was forced. That was really forced. I had to.
Force like the force armor, which is my next choice. It's not really.
Oh my god.
That would have been perfect.
What he is missing is a raging demon attack. I'm surprised that Capcom didn't give him one.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he
right.
does like the Akuma slide and he just slides across the screen and grabs you and then just explodes or something.
Corruption did it, so I mean that's points in a direction.
That was cool.
It was really cool.
I mean, I'm just the Shun Goku Satsu is just the coolest special move ever invented. I'm sorry. There needs to be more versions of it. Yeah, Magma Dragoon is a good choice. He's just
great
super
choice.
cool. I love his goofy feet. I love how extreme he is and everything he does. He's just so extra, you know?
Yeah, I love his little mouth, the little beak thing.
It's just like opens super wide when he shoots the fire.
When
vocalizations are cool too.
When he dies, he needs to just be half a body laying on the ground.
Yeah, he needs a unique death animation.
Oh gosh, all these deaths with half bodies. You know, it's never the legs left.
Yeah.
It's always the torso.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Want to say, how come? Why is it always like their lower half explodes, but the upper half survives?
It's like the Hulk. You know, when he turns into the Hulk, why do the pants stay on? Why is it just the torso left?
Maybe it's like an ejection seat, and it's like they're trying to save, they're trying to save the brain from the explosion, so they're just kind of like eject.
That makes more sense than it should.
It does.
They're very stretchy swords.
I'm good, just a flesh wound.
Yeah, he just starts walking after you with his big beefy arms, shooting one-handed Hadokens on the ground.
No,
it's like one of the Incredible Crash Dummies or something.
His legs are split and they grow into two different Magma Dragoons.
Oh my god, he's like a starfish.
Cool. I have to draw this.
Oh my god.
His head will start floating around and shooting fire at you.
Oh my gosh. I can still fight me, X.
You coward.
I always wanted to say, like, you know, you could have just went to the training room. You didn't have to do all this.
Yeah, I mean, he ends up in the training room eventually, so that's good.
Against his will. It's like his data is there. That's a little...
unless he signed a form. No.
Yeah,
you guys have the rights.
He signed a waiver in his likeness.
They're just like, oh, you want to fight us so bad, eh? Well, we'll just stick you in the training room then. Yeah, you can fight everybody.
Oof, that's got to be crazy. It's just like, well, upon joining the Maverick Hunters, you sign a waiver to your likeness, allowing them to make digital recreations of you for other hunters to fight against.
It's like when they bring the actors back for, like, commercials, you know, the digital John
Wayne.
We got the digital thing. The Audrey Hepburn chocolate commercial.
Exactly. Perfect.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Dragoon's a good one. But, ShadowRock, what do you got first?
Alright. I have Spider from Mega Man X Command Mission. You know I'm a Command Mission fanboy, so I had to mention him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good choice, though.
You gotta complete the roster.
Exactly. We have like all the party members except for Spider, which I can understand why, but I still want him.
Yeah, they should totally stick him in the game. Big agree there.
Mm-hmm. So, basically, Spider has the playing cards motif. He like, you know, draws for cards as his action trigger, depending on his draw. Mm-hmm. He will do a special attack. And that's actually one of his skills, which is called Fortune Hand. Mm-hmm. So, my description I had for him is Spider draws a hand of cards, and depending on the hand, he will fire 1 to 3 shots against a single target. If he gets a straight flush, he will attack every enemy on screen for 3 hits, and the last hit will be a guaranteed critical hit, just like in Command Mission.
Nice.
That's pretty good, and I like that idea because, like, in a game fundamentally based on chance, you have a character whose attack gimmick is based on chance.
Yeah,
so it's kind of a neat idea. It's like a gamble within a gamble. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. And then my second skill for him is Counter Card. So in Command Mission, when you fought him in the second chapter, he would have these 5 cards laid out in front of him that would act as a shield, and when X attacked it, he would counter his own attack. However, you could destroy the shield with a physical attack, so that's kind of the same idea here. Okay. So, in my X-Dive interpretation of it, the bear can be safely destroyed if you use a melee attack like a saber. But if you hit it with a ranged weapon, which, by the way, the counter card's gonna be kind of like Proto Man Shield or Mega Man Zero's Shield Boomerang in terms of like how much it guards. So anyways, when you hit it with a ranged weapon, Spider will enact the 4-card penalty, which is a skill he had in Command Mission. So when 4-card... Yeah.
Gave him a wild draw Thor, basically. This is like
Yep.
applying the Uno reverse card to you.
Yeah, basically, no you.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
With 4 card penalties activated, Spider will strike his attacker, reducing their attack, defense, and speed by 25%. So the debuff if you attack the shield.
Nice.
That's brutal. I like that. I love that you basically turned him into like an Uno champ, and he just flips it on you. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's my idea for Spider. I really love to see him in the game just to complete the command mission roster, and I think he'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah. I think he's got a lot of good potential for mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Spider,
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, that's Spider, man.
All right.
That's card, eh?
And that's game.
I'm spinning.
Well, I guess I'll move on to my next one, which is Dr. Light dressed like Ryu. I want this so bad. Like, as soon as the game was announced, I'm like, this will be a perfect character, because when else are you going to be able to play as him? Just give him...
very true.
Just give him Hadouken and Shoryuken. I mean, I don't need to explain it.
Yeah, just Ryu Dr. Light would be brilliant. I want the announcement trailer to just be like, I give you a special gift, now step into the capsule, please. And
Yes.
then, it just cuts off,
Yes.
and everyone's like, what the hell was that?
No, he like, Light just steps out of the capsule like the hologram does.
That'd be great.
The special gift is me!
Oh my
That
god.
would actually be really awesome. Just
Like, no, if they add Street Fighter Dr. Light to X-Dive, that's it. Game's done. 10 out of 10.
Mhm.
Best game ever.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to at that point. When are you ever going to get to say that you could play as Dr. Light cosplaying as Ryu? Like he becomes like Dr. Light goes from like chubby Uncle Iroh from like season 1 to like ripped Uncle Iroh like season 4 Avatar. You know what I mean? And then he's just like, you know, I have honed my ki and spiritual energies, and now I've learned to throw fireballs. It's just like, oh,
Alrighty
then.
Throw fireballs.
Gosh, this is great.
you know what's
Like,
really funny though is that his main weapons. His main form of attack wouldn't be Street Fighter moves; those are like skills. So you would just be Street Fighter Dr. Light holding like a gun or something.
Yes!
He's like,
Dr.
remember
Light's
X, you
got a
must hone your
gun.
energy, and soon you too will be able to perform a Shoryuken, but you can never kick away bullets. So then he just pulls out a machine gun.
have you guys seen the gun Dr. Light's used in Fully Charged? Where it's literally the Mega Buster
No.
with like a handle?
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
that.
it would be that.
That's brilliant. I would love that.
Just
That's
put
like,
everything on a stick. That's funny.
There was a gun like that in, I never got to play the game. I think it's called Mercenary Kings. It's like a Contra / Metal Slug style game.
Mhm.
And one of the weapons you can get, I think, is called, like... I think it's called the Light Gun or something, and it's basically a Mega Buster on a handle. It's even described as firing solar bullets, so it's very obviously a Mega Man reference.
Mhm.
Oh, man. I'm gonna have to drop this in the chat. I gotta get a picture here. It's just something of beauty.
Oh no.
I'm ready.
Let's see.
My body is ready.
Speaking
know
of
if my
bodies,
body
Street Fighter Dr. Light would be pretty interesting because he'd be the first human character that's playable.
That's true.
That's true.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
would a hologram count as a human? Or is he, like, sort of a halfway point, you know?
Ah.
Oh yeah, if he's a
Interesting.
hologram, then yeah, that would be true too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
First
so I guess it
hologram and
ultimately
first
comes
human.
down to, is
Oh,
it
there you go.
hologram Ryu Dr. Light, or is it, like, actually Ryu Dr. Light? That's the question.
A
Mm.
little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Just give him a costume and let the player decide.
Yeah, that'll be the costume. He stops being a hologram as one of his costumes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah,
Well, guys,
first
like-
human character. I didn't even think about that.
I cannot find a picture, so I'm gonna have to screenshot someday. But it's amazing. I don't know if it's because of laziness, but it's literally just a white Mega Buster. It's just holding like a pistol.
That's brilliant. I love it.
That's so good. The anticipation.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Tremble with anticipation. You are finished.
Still the best
no.
Sigma voice actor.
Prepare to become space dust.
Are you ready for round 2?
Zero, you were a maverick. Without laughing. Oh god.
Oh man, I can't. You can't top that.
No.
You really can't.
I was going
You're
for.
a maverick?
I feel like someone couldn't tell the context and was just like Sigma is confused by the story he's telling Zero.
Well, it was like one of those campfire games where you keep just like telling a part of the story back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's like, "You are a maverick." Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, this is taking a screenshot from the game. It's not actually called Mega Buster. Someone just put that in there.
Mhm.
This is the quickest picture I could find of it.
That's
but yeah,
funny.
I think it's called like the light gun or something.
Yep. It's very similar to that.
Huh.
I will.
I really
I got
play
fan art here.
Mercenary Kings. There's like so many good weapons in that game that are all references to like popular media.
Mhm.
I really, really have to play it.
I haven't even heard about it, but just that, I'm like, okay, you got my attention.
It's great.
Mega
There's
Buster of a
all
handle.
sorts of stuff. It's,
Love it.
yeah, it's exactly what it is. It looks like a like a fat baby bottle.
So that's the fan art, but that's exactly what it looks like in the show.
That's so funny.
Oh my
That's
god.
wonderful. I love it.
That's amazing.
It's like because Dr. Light is a freaking Viking and fully charged. He looks like Jay from Men in Black holding like the noisy cricket.
Yeah, I was about to say the shades really sell it.
Tiny gun for such a big man.
Yeah.
It's all due to Street Fighter training.
That's gotta be it.
Many talents.
But yeah, that was Dr. Light.
You know what? Can we have that fully charged Dr. Light as a character?
Yeah, why not?
I've seen
Yeah,
some people
I would
recommend
be down.
fully charged Mega Man. I would love fully charged Dr. Light to just be like as big as Massimo, and they just high five. They
Yeah.
become like Armstrong and that other guy in that meme of like the two manly men like flexing to each other, and then they shake
Uh-huh.
hands. So that's Dr. Light and Massimo. They become buddies over how jacked they are.
That's so funny.
So great.
But will they free the mass?
Yes.
So, for context, for anyone who doesn't know, you can't type Massimo in the XDive chat because they censored mass for obvious reasons.
Obvious reason.
Obvious reasons? I really don't. Oh,
Just
I
take-
see what you're saying. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not context sensitive.
Steal
Right.
Massimo.
Excuse me.
I think they should like whitelist that word at least. Like, come on, it's not hard
You
to
would
make a
think.
whitelist.
Yeah, it's like the most basic filter you could possibly have.
It doesn't work
Yeah.
very well. Like if you use a
Yeah.
capital letter, you
Yeah,
can get
yeah.
past
If you
it.
go all caps, it doesn't work.
They should honestly consider whitelisting the names of every character they add at least.
You would think.
Like, you know,
Right.
this way there's no, you know, like I have a curse word filter on my server, and like I've had to like whitelist certain words because like they're just part of like Mega Man vernacular, so you have to like be careful.
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, stuff like I can't say base. You know, people will
Right.
be like, oh, I see a bad word in there, so you have to like fix it.
Mhm.
But you know, but yeah, things like that. Come on, guys, step it up.
Yeah.
To be fair, English ain't their strong suit.
That is
Yeah.
true. Well,
That's
that's
an
why when they
understatement.
announced Dr. Light, they have to use the English dialogue from the capsule. It will not only will it still be broken English, but it will still be accurate to the capsule.
Oh man, okay, so you know how X has the little like Hadoken Easter egg if you pick the character 5 times?
Yes.
If you do that to Dr. Light, he's gotta just start going, I'm not worthy! I'm not worthy! He's like bowing. That'd be so
oh
good.
no. I think it'd be funny if he just started spamming Hadokens. Stop spamming!
Stop.
Or maybe he like shows up as like Akuma. Like just for like a moment he has his back to the screen and he has has like the Dr. L or the Dr. R like logo
Yeah.
appear on his back like in fire.
That would be cool.
And then it goes back to being normal.
I want that now.
Make it happen.
Alright.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone from Capcom Taiwan is listening, but we got some great ideas so far.
And I feel like we can stay on Dr. Light forever unless we put the kibosh on it. So Twitch, what do you got for your next one?
Yes, let me see. My next one is... I don't know too much about this character, so I had a hard time coming up with abilities for him. But I would like Over 1 to come back.
Yeah. Cool design.
Over 1... Oh my god.
Oh, that theme.
Over 1 is a character from another Mega Man crossover game, literally called Rockman Crossover, although it's spelled X over, hence the name Over 1. And he's this weird Reploid Robot Master hybrid created by Dr. Light and Dr. It doesn't make any sense. Don't try to make sense of it. The canon makes no sense. The point is, Over 1 is like a modular Reploid who can like don armor and forms based on other Reploids and things like that. And so he has different armors from like Over 1, which is his default, all the way up to I think Over 10. And then there's like Over Z, Over M, kind of like the biometals, how there's like, ZX and, Model H and Model F and things like that, based on different characters. And so he's got a lot of cool crossover potential. But I figured if he's already in a crossover game, instead of giving him like, he turns into, Zero or like gets his Zero armor or something, as cool as that is, we already have those characters in the games. So I figured he should just get some like Over 1 specific abilities. So my first skill for him is Over 3, which equips the Over 3 armor. Oh, bless you, man.
Bless you.
And it absorbs damage for a short period of time or until a damage limit is reached. Kind of like a barrier in Mega Man Battle Network, but like it also has a time limit, so it's not like broken.
Okay.
Just like barriers in Next Dive.
Oh, I guess so. I haven't used them, so...
Yeah, they run out on a time basis in Next Dive as well.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess he would basically have one that he could summon whenever. Because Over 3 is a defensive-based one. He's got like shields and thick armor all over him. I was originally going to go with Over 5, which is like he looks like Heavy Arms from Gundam. He just gets like a giant gun and it's a little crazy. Nice. But I figured to switch up the gameplay a bit, or Over 3 would make more sense and, wouldn't just be like strict damage output. Over his other ability, I was going to make Over 10, which is like this crazy looking god armor stuff. It doesn't seem to have any particular ability in one direction or another. It just kind of looks like his version of like an ultimate armor. And I figured when he equips that, he would just get like massive buffs on all stats and, have all sorts of neat things like that. Because his whole thing is that he's modular. And so, like I said, without turning him into other characters, I figured we could just stick to armors that are unique to him. And so, those would be my picks. Over 1 and basically everything from Rockman Crossover has really, really good artwork, really, really cool designs, and really actually awesome villains who I would also like to see appear in X-Dive. And it's just a shame because they were all kind of used on this, I don't know, I hate saying this word, kind of a pathetic game. It really just wasn't good.
Yeah.
And
it was nothing special.
It
I wanted
sucks
it to
because there was so much effort put into the character designs and so much effort put into everything else but the game itself. And it's really a shame. Like those characters, that artwork, those designs, I feel all should have a fair shot at like,
Yeah, I just looked up Over 3 and Over 5, and they look really cool. And
they're like
Over 10,
awesome.
yeah, they look really good.
And it's funny because I was at GameStop not that long ago, and I found a pair of Mega Man socks that I bought for bonus level, and they're just kind of like Mega Man anniversary socks, and they have like all the main Mega Mans on them. And then Over 1 is there for some reason.
Oh,
I
saw those, yeah.
I'm like, Capcom, no one believes that Over 1 is important at all.
But
like why are you including him in these? They're trying so hard to be like, look guys, I'm here too.
I got fur! Look at me!
Oh man, the unreleased Over Zero armor. Did you see that one?
Yeah,
That
that's like
really
him
cool.
without any armor on, which is super cool looking.
It looks sleek. I like it.
Yeah, I was thinking that could be another one. Like maybe he just goes really fast when he equips that. But since I don't know, since it was unreleased, I figured maybe no one would get it. I don't know. Like Over One is just such a cool design. He's got like the bola around his neck, like it's like the furry scarf thingy. He's like very stylish looking. It's just a waste. And X-Dive is the game that these characters and design should have been. Is what my thinking is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people have been saying since it was announced that X-Dive is basically a crossover too, because it really is just bringing all the series together again.
In a much better way, thankfully.
Yes,
yes,
it's much better.
A much more effective way, and it's an actual playable game. I put that in air quotes because I know that there's bugs, but it's still a much. It's a comprehensive game. It's not like it's not nonsense like Crossover was.
Yeah, it actually plays.
Playable.
It plays like an X game, unlike Crossover did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck Crossover was. That was just strange. And like the assets in the games were kind of pitiful looking too.
Yeah. Gosh.
Like just recolored.
X-Dive was in development for 2 years. And it really shows. Even though they're going back almost weekly, fixing things. But yeah, some real effort went to X-Dive.
I think they're giving it the good old college try. You know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not perfect, but you know what? I give them a lot of credit, and I can tell that there's a lot of love and passion going into it anyway, even if it might not be perfect or like the quality standards are not always, great or up to snuff. The point is, there's a lot of love in this project, and like I can't fault them too much for that. So.
Yeah, you can really tell they are Mega Man fans.
Yeah.
Like, just in the way they design all the characters, all the references they put in. They put in a freaking Hadouken reference for First Armor X.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Like when that was
Their
first
hearts are
pointed
definitely
out.
in the right place. That's for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So now we need to go and take Over One away from that crappy game and go put him in the next one. Then Capcom can start putting him on merchandise. Stop trying to feed us Over One merchandise when we didn't even get him in America and no one knows who this is. What are you doing?
I can't even tell you how many times people ask me that. Like, hey, do you know who this is? Is this new? They're like, they don't know.
Oh my god, I get that question every day. Is the global version coming out yet? Or what's this game?
Yeah, it's always something.
I guess you can't blame people. Like when when things are exclusive to Japan and then like we get leaks of it over here, people are like, "What is this?" Like it kind of happens. It was kind of like when I was watching DBZ as a kid, and like they would show fan art on Toonami of like Trunks, and I'm like, "Whoa, who's that guy?"
Yeah. Or or getting on eBay and seeing like VHS tapes with like everybody as Super Saiyans. Like, what is happening? I'm fighting Raccoon right now.
I got to watch the Trunks killing Frieza sequence, like when Cyber Frieza shows up on Earth. I got to watch that in Spanish as a kid, and I was like, my grandmother, who was like watching me at the time because I was so little, was like, "Why are you watching this? You can't understand anything they're saying." And I'm like, "Shh, doesn't matter. I want to watch this." Like, I'd never seen this before. I was seeing episodes of Dragon Ball Z before they, came out in on Toonami. So it was like really awesome. I thought I was like taking a peek behind the scenes. So yeah, that's my pick.
I'll tell my Dragon Ball story later. Let's keep going.
No. Okay, we'll throw that at the end. We always seem to have like awesome non sequiturs.
I know.
Ramblin Reploids.
Yeah.
For real.
I will say about the global thing, the global version thing, real quick. I got told someone else. I know you guys really want the global version, but if we actually knew when it was coming out, you see a video from me, you see an article from Protodude, like, you would know 100%.
Yeah, we would all be talking about it.
In other words, we don't know.
Yeah, it would be big news.
Yes.
So, Protodude, what do you got next?
Alright, so I got a choice here that's a little unorthodox. I picked Mac from X3.
Mac!
Who?
Exactly. This guy, he gets like maybe like 5 minutes of screen time. We know next to
Not
nothing
even.
about him. Maybe he likes mac and cheese. We can infer that.
Maybe he likes Fleetwood Mac.
Is it Kraft mac and cheese though?
And he's
It
got
better
that
be.
cool like that
Kraft
eye.
isn't for like another 100 years.
The eye is like legitimately like such a cool design,
Yeah, like if you look
and
at
it's
the
wasted.
manga, it's totally wasted. In the mod version, you can see the potential that it moves along like a rail, you know. So like it goes
Mhm.
the right
Like
side of his face
Zaku
to the
or
left.
something.
Yeah. So it was kind of hard to come up with this moveset, considering he kicks the bucket pretty quickly.
His moveset is to job out.
Yeah, but I got him with like a rapid fire that kind of sprays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I only got 2 moves for him, but you know that little thing it's the thing that comes
He only
That's
has
down.
all
2
you need.
moves.
So yeah.
Yeah.
He has 2 moves if he's lucky.
If he's lucky, and he has like no health, no HP. It doesn't go higher. So that thing that swoops in and steals X away. Like that's like a his special. Like if it comes in and it can just like swoop an enemy away. You can also like hold on to it. It like hovers around him, and you release it, and like I don't know, it fights alongside you.
That's kind of neat. I
That's-
can see that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if you can hit someone with it and then grab them, and then for like a few seconds you have like remote control.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the way I would use it is like if I hit someone with it, I would drag them like over like a pit of spikes and just hold them there.
Well,
That'd be cool.
Mac
Something
needs
like
all
that.
the help he can get. Let's be fair.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I can
Really
see
keep
him-
trying.
I can see him being good because like in X3 he does that shot that stuns X to capture him.
Mhm.
It could be kind of like Vile's electric shock bullet, where it's just a guaranteed stun shot.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't think hard enough. Thank you.
Neither did Mac when he decided he was going to fight X and Zero.
It was
It's
only
like, yeah, these guys have killed Sigma, twice before, defeated the X-Hunters, fought an entire war by themselves. I think I could probably take them down with, a couple stun shots and a, woobly hovery thing with a face. Like, come on.
Well,
So-
after his partner in crime, Fleetwood Cheese, aka Green Biker Dude, died.
Oh my god.
He lost all motivation to live. So he's like, I'm gonna find the easiest way out, which is fighting these guys. And then
Must
there
be.
you go.
That's
Only,
the only thing that makes any sense. Just on Mac really quick, I have a friend who is playing through X3 for the first time, and he types to me, he's like, who the hell is Mac? I've never heard of this guy. And then he's like, oh, that's why, because he died immediately. I'm like, yeah, do you see now why everyone makes fun of him?
hmm
And he's
Yeah.
like, I didn't even know he existed until now. And I'm like, but you've heard of Green Biker Dude, right? And he's like, yeah, it's
Mhm.
crazy.
Mac has more
Well-
characterization than Green Biker Dude, but we all kind of surrounded Green Biker Dude as this fallen hero.
Because he died kind of comically.
Yeah, Green Biker Dude was doing a sick wheelie, and he's the first Maverick Hunter you see
Sick
besides X
wheelie.
and Zero in game.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of like, whoa, who's that guy? And then he just blows up, and it's kind of funny but also sad. And then
Yeah.
Mac shows up, and he I think the problem is that Green Biker Dude did not make any. He didn't purport to be a badass. Mac shows up, and he's like, haha, X, I stunned you, and I'm gonna go defeat you because I'm a Maverick now. Wow, such a cool bad. And then he just dies, and it's like, well, now you're even lamer because you boasted so much, and then you just immediately wiped the floor with you. So
He's like, X, you will see the true future of Reploid or something. And it's like, you're going to join us and you're going to like it. And X is like, why do you think that?
You're
It,
far too trusting, X. I'm now a member of Doppler's army. Just
Zero's like, hey Mac, can you tell me what a Z-Saber sounds like when it's going
I'm
through your
pretty
head?
sure you can't. I'm pretty sure you can't reprogram X, since nobody can analyze his data in the X series lore.
Mac can.
Poor guy. Mac.
Hashtag
His
Mac
eyeball,
cans.
that's why he joined the Doppler. The eyeball thingy on his face was the one thing that was able to analyze X.
Ah.
Yeah. You know, without
Maybe.
the eyeball, he's RoboCop.
Uh-huh.
You ever looked at it closely? He looks like RoboCop.
It does. Well, no,
Maybe.
he's got the eyeball, and I think Doppler was obsessed with him because if you remember, in Doppler's room in the background, there's just a giant eye. That's his shrine to Mac. He's like, oh my god, I failed him.
He's like the biggest Mac fanboy. He's the only one.
It's like,
Oh my god!
it's like Hey Arnold with Helga's Closet. It's like, you know,
Oh, how I love
What do you
him,
think
but I
you're
hate him.
doing, Doppler?
it's Doppler's Closet to Mac.
How I hate you, but how I love you.
Oh, God.
Doppler, did you take your constipation medicine? Yes, Sigma!
Shut up, Carrot!
Oh, man.
So, yeah, we should bring Mac back, and, well, he's one of the big boys now, haven't you seen?
Yeah.
We gotta bring
I mean-
back Mac and make him, like, you know, a bigger deal than he was. Because,
Yeah.
like, he just, like you said, he jobs out so quickly, so it's like, I want to see him come back in X-Dive and, like, just kind of finally gain, like, Green Biker Dude status, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
He
was
needs
in
it.
one,
I think it would be awesome.
Like, I still think... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, I still think that in the flashback on X4, it should have been, instead of just weird jabroni robots that came with Sigma, it should have been Green Biker Dude and Mac, just to put a little bit more context into, you know,
Yeah.
these guys have been hunters forever.
That actually would have been great. I'm surprised they didn't. So, yeah, because there's concept art for them. And what are they called? One is called, like, Brains Reploid or, like, Smart Reploid or something, and the
I
other
don't
one's
know.
called, like, Power Type Reploid. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, why did you make up a whole new design? You could have put Mac there, and, like, it would have been a nice throwback to X3. There would have been, like, context, and, like, you know, Green Biker Dude could have been there. You know, I don't
Or
know,
like Storm Eagle or Magma Dragoon, you know, like all these people
Yeah,
that were hunters.
Yeah.
any of them, any existing Maverick Hunter to show, like, hey, look, this is back before they all turned, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and not only that, I think all of those characters have simpler designs than the weird Gundam-looking thing that they ended up going with. Like,
Mhm.
they all had, like,
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
stuff all over them. It would have
Yeah.
been simpler and probably easier to draw, so not only would it be saving your animation budget, but, like, it would have just made more sense story-wise. They really need to bring on, like, Mega Man fans to, like, you know, be consultants for these things.
I agree.
Yes, they
I think
should.
that we would have a lot
Are you
of
listening,
useful
Capcom?
information. If you're listening, Capcom, please talk to one of us. We have very useful suggestions, and they would probably save you money in the long run.
Yeah. Well, you know, I gotta say that Mac has the same voice as the Jabroni bot.
Yeah,
Commander
that's fine.
Sigma, are you okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
You're
He
far
could
too
just do
trusting,
that.
X. I'm now a member of Doppler's army.
I don't know why, but when I see Mac, I like to think that he sounds like Dwayne Johnson or something. He just sounds like a wrestler. I don't know why. I just like to think he has like a wrestler voice because like his artwork makes him seem very like like showboaty,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
kind of does brag a lot. So like I feel like a wrestler personality would be great for him.
Yeah.
I mean, we all meme on the guy, but at the end of the day, he did capture X, and
That's
how many
true.
can say that they actually pulled that off?
It's
I can count
true.
two.
He did get a sucker punch on him, but I mean whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
but
counts.
X is
still.
kind of dumb anyway, so. Mac, what are you doing here? Blam!
Mac had more of a canon victory over X than, if you don't count Day of Sigma, than Sigma ever has. Because
he's
he's
gotten closer than most people
Yeah.
have. Come to think of it.
Good man.
I cannot believe we're hyping up Mac. Like,
Well,
Ramblin Reploids
you
has come
know,
full circle, and I love it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's funny because it's one of those weird things where, like, if you objectively look at it, Mac he's accomplished more, but, like, we still love to just kind of, like, poo-poo all over him because
Mhm.
Biker Dude was radical. like, but really, objectively, Mac has done more.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. Yeah, so, in short, he should be an X-Dive.
In short, we need more mac and cheese.
Yep.
Yes.
Put him in.
Bring him on as the Ice Climbers.
Put me in, coach.
Coach, I'm
He
ready.
does look like a football player, don't he? He's got the eye
does.
Oh, Mac.
Yep. Oh, Mac. Alright, ShadowRock, what do you got next?
Well, shoot, we were just talking about him, so... Green Biker Dude! I want him in next time!
Free more cheese!
Green
Time for
Biker
the
Dude!
memes.
I had
So,
a feeling he was coming up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was going to save him for last, but since we're talking about him already, we'll just keep the conversation going.
Hell yeah, Green Biker Dude wouldn't hit the brakes. He'd go right off through.
Yeah, you know...
He popped a wheelie straight into this conversation.
I mean, it's pretty tragic how Green Biker Dude went down. He was pretty cool, popping a wheelie, and then you see all these blasts from the base. Like, oh my god, that's so cool. And then he just explodes. Like, no! No, my boy!
Maybe he wasn't even a hunter. He was just someone out for a bike ride in the wrong part of
yeah,
town.
he's like, what a beautiful day for a ride chaser ride out in the middle of a desert wasteland.
Maybe he
At
just got
night.
his training wheels off, you know?
Oh.
He just- Whoever thought about that?
Like, how would hover bike training wheels work? Are they just like little cones like pointed downwards like on the side, you know?
Yeah,
Well,
little
they
shot
don't explode.
glasses of hover rocket things.
Yeah, exactly. That are just kind of like keeping the bike stable. And then he's like, you know what I want to imagine now? Like, back at base, before he heads out with X, it's just Dr. Kane holding him by the shoulders to keep him up. He's like, let go, I can do it on my own. Don't push me, I can do it. And he just, look, I can pop a wheelie, Dr. Kane.
You're doing it! You're doing it!
My boy!
You're doing great, son!
Oh, no.
Oh, get the camera, quick, look at him! There he goes!
They grow up so... They blow up so fast.
They blow up so fast. What kind of abilities could Green Biker Dude have? I'm really curious.
Yeah, what abilities would he have? I'm curious.
Okay, this is the one I had the least on, but obviously his first skill would be popping a wheelie for everlasting peace.
Yes.
So, summons the Ride Chaser, accelerates forward while popping a wheelie, of course. He deals damage to anything he runs over. And also had when the Ride Chaser hits a wall or is destroyed, the Ride Chaser will detonate, dealing damage to anything in the vicinity and releasing damaging debris.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
I think that could totally work. I like that idea.
Yep.
Very, very good.
And the second, I didn't have anything, but I had one idea. I called it Tactical Sacrifice. So he could either self-destruct or he could throw his Ride Chaser at an enemy and self-detonate it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That could work, yeah.
Like what X does in the opening stage. He does it right when he crashes into the enemy and just jumps off.
Yeah,
good point.
That makes a lot of sense. So, like, his
Right
first
on
skill
cars.
could be to summon the Ride Chaser, and the next one is to just hop off of it. And then whenever it hits, it blows up.
I like that.
I like this. Yeah, come on. Green Biker Dude, make it happen.
It reminds me of the Wario bike from Smash.
Oh, yeah. And then you can, like, eat it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like something it would.
Whatever.
So what would his like animation be? What like his like character screen animation? Would it be like Iris, how he's just kind of falling down from heaven?
It would have to be the hero bike slide.
He pop a wheelie and then he explodes.
Oh my god.
Just floats down from heaven.
I like the hero bike slide. He just slides into frame sideways and looks all badass. And then he falls.
And then he
loses
dies,
balance
and
falls.
you just see his parts everywhere as
Yeah.
you're going through the menus.
No, it zooms out and it's just a thought bubble of like him creating himself in the greatest light in the last moments of his life.
So he becomes like a Dan Hibiki then, is what you're saying. Beautiful.
Yeah. GBD.
That's
everyone.
beautiful.
Or I would do like a little cartoon thing where he's popping a wheelie, bike blows up and he's like covered in smoke, and then you see the whites of his eyes pop up.
That'd be cute.
I could see that.
That'd be cute.
I just want him to like it shows like you said, like a thought bubble, and it just plays the sequence where he blows up in X2, and then it zooms out, and he's just like dusting himself off, and he's like, "I live, bitch." Bless his heart.
Or like you said, the Iris thing, where he descends from heaven on top the Ride Chaser.
But like a chariot ride chaser, you know? It's very beautiful.
Oh man,
it got his comeuppance.
It would be like a chariot ride chaser being pulled by 2 spiral Pegations or something.
He's one of the
Excuse
four.
me, the Skyver.
It's one of the 4 Reploids of the apocalypse.
Oh no!
Comes down on a
what his
horse chaser.
What do you call it? The Reploid of radicalness. Is that one of the end of the world things? Being too radical, something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, that could work.
awesome. But yeah, Green Biker Dude for X-Dive, hype.
That one has to happen. Like if they're this in tune with the fan base, like I feel like it has to happen.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people ask for him, so I had to get a word in there.
Yes, thank you.
Make it happen, please.
Please, there we go.
I would love to just play as him and just like scream across stages on a ride chaser.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Yes.
Beautiful.
You got to do the glitch like that you can do with Proto Man. Like if you have the shield out and then get into a ride armor, the shield stays out. But do it with the bike, so the bike is inside the ride armor.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. It could also be like X2's Ride Chaser, where it can also shoot beams when you're riding it. Also work that in somehow.
That'd be neat.
Yeah. Just make it work, please.
And then we'll get a stage with slopes just for Green Biker Dude.
Just for
yes.
him.
That'll be his event stage.
Yes, exactly. So instead of like the Jacob elevator, we have like a ride chaser stage, and you have to just go for as long as you can without crashing.
And then we'll play Deja Vu.
Yeah, exactly. Nani? Mode 7 drifting? That'd be great.
That's so good.
Alright, I think we've circled back around to you, Mr. Coleman.
Alright, well, my last one is Ruby Spears Mega Man.
Yeah!
We need some representation there.
Ruby Spears!
Mega Man!
But, you know, you got to keep it simple with the abilities. It's got plasma power, and it's in all caps, because it has to be.
With like 6 exclamation points trailing it.
Plasma power! So, it's got plasma power, just a huge charge shot. It doesn't have to be fancy, it's just plasma power.
Yes.
And, it'll give you a buff, because why not? And, the other one is, an energy can.
Oh.
You know, you got to get Green Eddie to come out and give me your energy cans, Mega Man.
Don't forget your energy cans, Mega Man.
God, you're so good at that.
That's great.
Or you have Scooby-Doo Rush. He just rides on it.
Yes. I'd like to imagine like there's a chance where Green Eddie gives you the energy can with like a baby bottle on the
Oh yeah,
yeah, the nipples,
the rubber nipple on the end.
Or as my friends said during Mega March, that time that Eddie was just pissing in Mega Man's mouth when he was standing on top of the train pouring the can into Mega Man's mouth.
I don't think that would get past the ratings board.
He's just pouring a
might have something
can.
to say about that one.
He's just pouring a can.
I guess.
It got onto American TV, so why not?
Yeah, I guess you have me there. So did Lion Man, though, so... I got to see way more lion people than I was anticipating that day.
Oh my god. I have an idea for his intro. It'd just be, oh no, he's gonna blast President Lincoln!
He just like runs by and then like spread eagles in front of a Lincoln
And then
statue
Ruby
to
Spears
protect
Corbin shows up and goes, ha! I knew you'd sacrifice yourself for President Lincoln.
Oh my god.
No, like, okay, he's got to have like multiple because there are too many good ones. Because like
there's too many cool things he could do.
The easiest one is the stock footage of when he copies a weapon. You know, it just looks all cool. But then, like, you know, we got secret ones like the Lincoln, and you gotta have one where he's the caveman Mega Man.
The
Oh yeah.
And he just reverts back to normal.
Yeah.
I would like his intro to just be like a close-up of like his legs when he's running, like in the intro, and then he like jumps back into the camera, so like you could see his whole body.
Yeah.
And then he does
awesome.
like a neat pose or something. You know, that opening couple of seconds in the Mega Man cartoon intro is so like hype.
It's so good.
Yeah.
That
It's
and like
just
the
him running,
the
but it's
noise
so
and
good.
stuff. It's so good.
You do the legs, and then you do like the last shot of the intro, where he goes back and does a charge shot.
Yeah, something like that, exactly. Oh man, it's funny because like I honestly, unironically want Ruby Spears Mega Man. Not even as like, you know, as like, oh, wouldn't it be cool? Like, no, like I really want him to be there. It would be a really nice callback to like the fans who grew up with the series. You know, if that's the theme of this game, is, you know, how everyone is, you know, you're playing off of your nostalgia and stuff. I feel like Ruby Spears Mega Man would perfectly encapsulate that concept, and he'd be a very welcome addition to the game. I'd have to drop so much money to get him.
Yeah.
I
I'm
want
right there with you.
I want Ruby Spears Mega Man.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully he'll be like a B or A, so he isn't that hard to get.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
thinking he could probably pass as a B or A character. But that was just
That
so
means
cool.
we need to have
What
Ruby Spears Proto Man reprise his role, though. I mean, Scott McNeil can still do the voice, so I mean,
Oh, true.
we'd have to have him also show up because they're.
Oh my
overdue.
god. Imagine all these characters speaking Japanese, and then you got the Ruby Spears
Yeah!
character speaking English.
Yes, make it happen. I
Ugh.
knew you'd roll me again.
People,
Whatever turns you on, player son.
Oh no!
oh man,
Oh.
people
Eat
slept
plasma!
Love you, Scott
powder.
McNeil.
Oh gosh. People slept on Scott McNeil coming back as Wily in Puzzle Fighter, the mobile.
I
one.
was so hyped for that. I was
Yeah.
mad because I actually played Puzzle Fighter and then they just closed it. You know, I still have it installed on my phone. Like, I can open it and it doesn't do anything. It just plays the Capcom logo and I can click on stuff and there's particles, but like it doesn't actually open anymore.
Apparently they were in contact with Scott McNeil and they didn't bother to bring him back for 11. What?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like there was a rumor that he was being contacted for 11, and I was like, wait a
No.
minute. But then I
I'm
heard
just
what you
saying,
said,
like, why
and
didn't they?
I just got really excited for a minute.
All the 11 voice actors work with the same like group, like the dub group that they went with.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a
makes sense.
what's it called? I don't know. It's like an organization. that
It's
people
Ocean,
belong
isn't it?
not this time, but it's like
It's
an Ocean
an
but
Ocean.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, already.
Puzzle Fighter was something different, I guess, which sucks.
I really, you know what stinks though? I just really like Puzzle Fighter, the game, like the original one, and I love it. And so the fact that they brought it back with like crossover characters was really awesome.
Mhm.
And so I'm super disappointed that they canceled it because I'm like, I just want more Puzzle Fighter. Like, why did you have to tease this and then get rid of it? I downloaded the soundtrack, so I mean that's something, but you know,
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
just
shame.
disappointed that you know we couldn't get more of that just because it was such a fun game.
And then they closed down the studio.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Capcom, stop doing that, man. Come on. Give us more Puzzle Fighter and you know, come on. Put it down. I implore you to reconsider.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, the hype just turned into sadness. So let's bring it back. Twitch, what do you got?
Okay, so let me go pull up my notes. My next character, who is pretty hype, I would say, is now I'm torn on how to pronounce his name. We'll get into a discussion on this because I think it's pronounced this way. I'm gonna say Jiro, who's Model Z from Mega Man ZX. Now I say Jiro because I used to think it was Giro with like a hard G,
Mhm.
but then I gotta go look up how the Japanese pronunciation is. But I realized that Jiro is like a pun on zero,
Mhm.
because G and Z are kind of similar in Japanese.
Isn't like Giroette in Japanese?
That's his full
Yeah.
name, but it's been shortened to Jiro in some cases.
Yeah.
But anyway, it sounds like Zero. But the point is, I want him, Model Z, because he was a character who is introduced and then like just offed really quickly. He's super cool,
Yeah.
but then he pulls like a Mac and he's just gone. And I know it was for like story reasons, but it felt almost a little forced. Like, did you
Yeah.
really have to kill him?
Well, it was a highway stage, and he looks like
Yeah.
Zero. You know.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
they rolled in like the beginnings and ending of X1 into one
Mhm.
stage.
Mhm.
Yeah. It just became a plot device for AO Invent's motivation.
Yeah. That highway can't
Yeah.
catch a break.
But yeah, really can't. I mean, I would just move the city somewhere else at that point.
Push it somewhere else.
I was just gonna say it.
So for Jiro, I looked over his fight, and there's really not a whole lot that he does, but the moves he does have are pretty neat. So there's like a leaping slash attack, but I don't want to make that one the skill because that just kind of seems too like plain. But he does have a neat one where he always jumps to the left side of the screen and then does like a Z dashing formation.
Uh-huh.
I figured that wouldn't really make too much sense in DiVE, so I just called it Zero Spear, where he dashes forward with his sword out as like a stabbing attack. And if he makes contact with an enemy, he'll bounce off of that enemy towards the next closest enemy. And so basically he kind of just ricochets against enemies until up to like a certain amount of hits, or until the enemies are dead or something.
I see a theme here.
Say what?
I see a theme here with Giro and the first character you mentioned. Quint.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it like that, actually. I just looked at his moveset and I'm like, you know, he needs something. But yeah, I guess it's true. It could also act as like a really awesome dash.
Mhm.
But yeah, I figured he would dash forward and like ricochet off of enemies, kind of like how Kopen does it, like off of walls in Gunvolt. I thought that'd be neat. So he would just bounce off of enemies and damage them as he ricochets. And then the other one I just called it Z Flash, where Jiro unmerges and holds out Model Z, and then he does like a screen covering flash that can possibly stun enemies. Because I believe
Yeah.
Model Z does that at some point in the game, so I thought that'd be a neat ability. And it would also be cool because you get to like take a peek at like, you know, Jiro when he's unmerged.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that I figured that might be a neat ability that he can have. So he would be a high mobility type with like, you know, he could stun you and then like just flex on you or something.
I could
Something
also
like
see I could also see him de-mega merging when you beat a boss and it does that close in with that animation.
Uh-huh.
You could do that
Yeah, he could easily do something like that. I feel like he would unmerge and then like pull out a book and like read it or something, because he just kind of he puts on his he adjusts his glasses and just reads a book or something.
Pushes up his glasses with his middle finger.
Yeah, he does like the anime glasses wearing protagonist thing. Something like that. I feel like we just didn't get enough of him. Jiro is just super cool. I like his character. I'm just disappointed that ZX just offs him so quickly and we don't get to see
Mhm.
Yeah.
what Model Z can really do. It just does like the same 3 or 4 attacks over and over again.
Mm.
And I always kind of wished that you could play as a Model Z as like an unlockable. Like, I think even in the fight, Model Z has a standing, running, and jumping animation, and then I think he has regular slashes. Like, basically he has all the animations that like a playable character should need, or it wouldn't take a lot of work to make the rest of those.
Mm-hmm.
So it always kind of bugged me that you couldn't play as Model Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he looked really cool as Model Z. Like, it looks better than ZX.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I like the visor, the cool visor that he gets, and like the single-edged sword was really neat.
Yeah,
it's really
he's
cool.
certainly edgy.
Ah.
Yes. Something like that. And yeah, I don't know. he just didn't. He's another character who was super cool, didn't get enough screen time, needs more screen time. So
Yeah.
I think he should get it in next time. That's my opinion.
I agree.
Ah.
No, like he really was a cool character in all the cutscenes he was in. So I agree.
Yeah, and I like all the supplemental art showing him being Vent andAle's boss, and just kind of like being like nice to them, and just seeing, it kind of almost looks like this is what Zero would be doing if he was at peace and didn't have to fight all the time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what I always imagine.
Oh.
Like this is Zero's like retirement years or something.
I heard that in the ZX manga it was kind of implied that he was Zero.
Really?
Do you know anything about that?
I don't.
I
seen
don't
it.
know.
Oh, that's what one of my buddies here, Razard, was telling me. That it was implied that he was Zero somewhere, like a manga or something.
Oh,
Then
kind
who
of
the
like
heck was
how
inhabiting Model Z?
Yeah. I don't know.
maybe I guess it's kind of like how Surge's is Wily, kind of. Sort of.
Oh yeah, something like
Oh
that.
yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
That whole keeps
That's
getting...
interesting.
All right. Maya, me.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
I'm sorry. So I didn't mean for us to all just kind of like drop, went to
Get it.
silence. We
We're
were
done.
all just kind of contemplating Jiro there really hard. So, but yeah, Jiro, just come back, man. We love you.
Yep.
All right,
Jiro
your
here.
turn, Protodude. Hit us with your best shot. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
so
What do you got?
Before I proceed, are we cool with command mission spoilers?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. So,
There's your warning.
Yeah, everybody, really hypes up Spider. How Spider's cool. All right, great. Like, the Reploid game, but I would actually like to see Redups as a playable character. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was
Yeah.
expecting Reflesion.
Legion would also be interesting. Like, is that one of her abilities, or she could just like tap dance on your corpse? And just, like,
Yes.
Instant win.
yes.
But no,
man.
yeah. But yeah, Redups. What
Yeah,
do you got?
Redups. So like, it's his standard weapon. Concept art, he actually has like a really thin. What is that sword called? I never know how to pronounce it.
Rapier?
A rapier. Okay.
Yeah,
The
rapier.
rapier. He's got one of those, a bit like Colonel's. So, like, that's his thing. He's standard slash and all that. I actually came up with an idea that's similar to one of my readers. But one of his moves would turn him into Spider briefly, and he, like, throws, like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 cards at a time. And they go off in different directions. And then he reverts back to Redups. Kind of like, whoa, that's cool.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, like he spins around.
Yeah.
Has like a little like transformation sequence, because I've always wanted to see
Mhm.
like how does this body work with Spider, whereas all Spider's mechanisms exist in Redups.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that being his intro animation too, where like Spider walks on screen, then he transforms into Redups.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
That's
Just
pretty
for
cool.
some extra fun, they should take his name, or it says Spider when he walks on screen, and then when he transforms, the letters just flip around.
Whoa! Oh my god!
Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa! Yeah, I would hope they invest the money to have like a cool animation transforming into Redups, vice versa. Then like
Mhm.
oh, it's like a. Like
Does he ever transform on screen in Command Mission, or is it always
It's-
like off screen?
Does he in the final confrontation? I forgot.
Doesn't it's like a bright blue light, right? And they're like, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Then it
You,
cuts to
yeah, you see the
reaction.
light in one cutscene halfway through the game, and then at the
Yeah.
end, he transforms again.
that'd be pretty neat to see. I guess like his major attack would be transforming into like that big, Great Redups form. And this is just so out there.
Arrogant much,
But,
don't
like-
you think? Jeez.
Yeah, he would like go into the background of the stage and totally it's from Super Smash Brothers. You get to control Reticle. Go to town.
God.
Just go to town.
Man,
Yeah.
that would be
Fantastic.
unique.
That'd be real- yeah. Oh yeah.
Not even like I don't know. That's nuts. Like I don't even think Sigma would get that honor. can't. He doesn't turn into Final Sigma, does he? Like from X1.
No.
He
So
should.
it's like
Sigma's
I feel
pretty
like
basic.
Sigma would look at him and just get jealous, like show off.
Like Sigma has those dash slashes that he had in X1, and then the head beams, and that's about all he got.
Well, I mean, you know,
he got a cool
X1 Sigma.
intro though.
He did.
Yeah,
That's the
amazing
coolest intro
intro.
by far.
Yeah.
He that's his X1 form. I feel like later versions of Sigma are going to come in and just get progressively more wild.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna get Head Sigma from X4. It's happening.
Excellent.
just the ground head Sigma with like the crusty lips that needs like some Blistex or something.
Kill
Grim
me.
Reaper Sigma. Look at the Grim Reaper.
I would
you
love
know.
Grim Reaper Sigma.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Zero, you're
round two
You're a
Sigma.
What? I can't believe the words that came out of my mouth that I just spoke to you. These people got to proofread. It's like when you're
X8
fighting
Sigma.
General. His name is General. They forgot
General.
the E in
Oh, yeah.
General. He's like something going to the space or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh. I never noticed those as a kid.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be pretty sick though. I could see Reddit.
My
being
children X.
Aren't
He's gotta have the
they
Urkel laugh.
Like, child support signal? Come on. Don't go around saying that out loud.
X8 Sigma has the Urkel laugh. Like, it's canon.
Imagine. Like, instead of his, he has this big, deep, prophetic speech about how, Reploid kind is going to take over the world, and then he laughs like Urkel. Jaleel White for Sigma X9. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
God.
But yeah, Redups. He sounds like super cool.
Yes.
Do you have any other abilities for him, or are we just ended on that high note where he's in the background?
His ability is that he reveals that he's
You know what's
Spider.
funny?
That's his ability.
When I was coming up with this, I got him mixed up with what's that commander's name? In Command Mission.
Commander R.
That's it.
R,
Chief
yeah.
R.
Why do they both have R's? Come on.
I don't know, but
Colonel
That's-
R, I think is what it is.
And then Redups kills him, there can only be one R in this game.
What the twist?
There can only be one.
Here comes the Highlander.
there can only be one
shut up.
R. Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the start of the command mission, Spider's always complaining about following Chief Star's orders. So he clearly didn't like him.
There you go. See, it was there all along. You just gotta read between the lines.
Yeah.
Or in this case, put the letters around.
The letters are. So because
it was in front of us the whole time.
the whole time. I haven't played Command Mission so long. I remember incorrectly that Redups was the one that had that stupid robot parrot. So
Yeah.
I had one of his moves. He had a homing parrot.
that was Chief R that had the
That
parrot.
was Chief R. And
Chief R.
doesn't the parrot disappear after Chief R dies or whatever? What happened to the parrot?
Is it in the game? I thought it was only in the concept art.
I think he was in the game, right?
I don't
It was-
even
it was
know
like attached
to his
how
shoulder or
unmemorable
something.
it was.
Yeah.
You know who is a memorable bird from Mega Man? Reggae.
Reggae, yeah.
Oh.
I love me some Reggae. Doesn't he show up on I think the Mega Man 7 password screen if you get it wrong?
I think
Yeah,
if you get it wrong,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Rockboard as well.
He's
Yeah.
canon as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, there's nothing saying he's not there.
What is your proof that Reggae is canon in Mega Man? I mean, he only appears in Rockboard, and the canonicity of that game is highly suspect. When you enter a password in wrong, he appears on Mega Man 7's password screen.
Ain't he in Mega Man 10?
Bulletproof.
In Base's shop?
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, yeah.
You're totally right.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Your proof.
Yeah.
There's your
Well,
proof.
the base
Print
mode
it.
is DLC, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, but the manga they included in the soundtrack has Base doing all the work, so Mega Man 10 is played from Base's perspective. La, 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 I can hear you.
Reggae is a genuinely terrible genre. I deny its existence. Reggae is good. I like reggae.
No, it's great. Both the bird and the music. We're not here to judge. It's fine.
That's so funny.
But I just think it is important to point out that Reggae was designed, I think, to like be annoying for some reason. Like literally built to be annoying.
Mm-hmm. He's like a Iago type design.
Yeah.
He always just looks
looks
like
annoying.
everything is hilarious.
Smoke
Yeah.
detector.
Yes, I want. Can we have Reggae be voiced by freaking
Gilbert Gottfried?
God, I can't remember his name.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert
You know.
Gottfried. Thank you.
He's on Cameo for like $50. We could get him to speak
Really?
some. Yeah, we can get him to speak some lines.
Yo, I'm gonna have to contact him now.
Yeah.
Video
I have a
goals.
couple of things I wanted to say.
Oh man.
I would get okay. Just side tangent before we get to
The double
the
side.
last character of our picks. If you could have Gilbert Gottfried voice any character in Mega Man for like one line, well, who would it be?
Oh gosh.
And it could be anything. It could be a boss. It could be like a cutscene. It could be a dialogue box. Who would Gilbert Gottfried voice? I don't know why, and there's no dialogue, but I would just love to have Gilbert Gottfried voice Rangda Bangda. I don't know why. It's just the spikes at the bottom just jiggle up and down as he talks. X, I've come to kill you because I'm ordered by Lord Sigma.
He could be a good show penguin.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
The
that's a
generator, X! Shoot the generator!
great- Shoot the generator.
No one can hack that.
Oh,
We gotta get him up on Cameo. Do a whole bunch of these Mega Man lines.
Let's get him on Ramblin Reploids. Can we just do that? Can we just
Yeah.
pay him for like 20
Did
minutes?
AVG? Oh
Yeah.
gosh. I want him.
That'd be so cool.
I want him to redub that I don't know, that announcer in Zero's opening cutscene from X4. The emergency. All Maverick.
Oh.
Emergency! All Maverick hunters on call to assemble immediately!
That voice is so
voice-
weird.
Yo, have you heard the original Japanese one too?
Yeah, it's just
It's just like a computer voice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the English ones look funny.
Why did they do that?
I thought it was supposed to be
All
Dr.
the
Kane.
hunters.
It's like,
You know?
I don't know, something like Alice in Wonderland. Emergency.
Yeah, it was. Here's my stupid headcanon as a kid. I thought that was Dr. Kane on the
Yeah.
announcement.
Uh-huh.
And then that's
Because
how
it
I
sounds like an old guy.
rationalized the stupid sounding like voice. It sounds like an old man, you know.
Yeah, and then where is Dr.
Yeah.
Kane? You know, he's in the office, you know, shouting emergency, emergency.
Exactly. Right. But then I heard-
Emergency, emergency!
I just
But that's-
imagine, like, the Japanese one was like a computer, and then when they did the English stuff, they're like, let's make the goofiest voice ever for this one announcement. Let's
we
just
don't
do
know
it.
what filter they use to create that robot voice, so we're just gonna make something up.
Let's just make it sound funny, alright?
Well, they
we
forgot
get-
to put the
you-
filter on it. You know, that's even funnier.
Ah.
But you can make a robot voice so easy, like in Audacity, even.
Yeah.
You can just take a voice, right?
Heck,
And you just copy it, paste it, and then shift it over like a few pixels, and it
Yeah.
sounds very like, you know,
Mhm.
like robot-y or something. It's so simple.
or you can just get a Microsoft Sam simulator thing.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been. Oh, I would love Microsoft Sam. Just just emergency. Swah, swah, swah.
Swat, swat, swat.
Jumpers are coming.
There's a lot of phlegm going on here, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think if they did do a proper voice, we wouldn't be talking about it. So they did something right.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna
I do
get
have
Gilbert
to ask,
Gottfried to do it. So
why
it's
did they-
something right.
One last question though about that. Why instead of saying like Maverick Hunters, he says like he's like Mudaverick Hunters.
Maverick. Yeah.
Maverick.
Oh, Maverick Hunters on call.
Emergency.
Well, it's because Irregular has more syllables than Maverick, so he had to
But they're not
kind of make
matching
it fit
lip
the
flaps.
lip flaps that don't exist.
Ugh.
Oh.
Jeez.
This is why we just need Gilbert Gottfried to do it.
Oh,
Let's have the-
Maverick Hunters!
We should have the community pitch in. We'll do like a GoFundMe to have Gilbert Gottfried redub famous scenes from Mega Man.
Oh my god.
I want to do this. I'm like 80% serious about
Yeah.
this.
I will signal boost this. This is great.
That's so funny.
Oh, okay.
We need to
All right,
discuss this
so
afterwards.
That was our little intermission before we jump on to the last pick of the day from the four of us.
Yeah.
So, ShadowRock, take it away. What is your pick for X-Dive?
My pick is, well, emergency. The Mega Man, the Waifu Wars have begun again because
Oh, no.
I'm bringing in Medi EXE from Mega Man Battle Network 5.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
choice.
Yeah, Medi's my waifu. Okay, guys?
Alright.
But,
you can keep her. I don't know anything about her.
Yes. So to explain, she appeared in Battle Network 5, and she's basically the medic net navi. That's about all you need to know, but a little backstory. Her NetOps Jasmine, she meets up with Lan somewhere late in Battle Network 5.
Oh,
Sorry, I
that's
have
what she
X on the
looks
brain. So apparently her grandfather is sick, and she's looking for a special medical book that is in the Undernet. So she tries to get Lan to tell her how to get into the Undernet. Lan refuses because it's too dangerous, so Jasmine's like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna go there myself. And then, you know, you have this old quest where you have to rescue Medi from the Undernet or something. Where you end up fighting her down there too, so... And then she ends up joining Team Protoman. So yeah.
I just looked it up. It's a cool design.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have always kind of liked her design. I don't know anything about it, but I always thought it was good design.
Yeah, and in the anime, she has sort of a rivalry with Roll over like who will get Mega Man's love.
Of course.
There's even you
do.
probably look up. There's like a wedding picture of Mega Man, Roll, and Medi.
Oh no,
Oh,
we need to get we need to get Medi voiced by Gilbert Gottfried.
When you're talking about the love triangle thingy, it makes me think of this picture, but like Battle Network.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's something like that.
Yeah,
Something like that. That's what comes to mind anyway.
Yeah, it's like that. Like Mega Man's in the center, and Roll and Medi are holding his hands on either side. It's funny. Yeah, watch the Battle Network anime. It's fun. But anyways,
Yeah. What kind of
Medi's
abilities
skills.
would you have? Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
So
Skills.
her gimmick in Battle Network was she would throw these capsules at you, which would cause status effects like poison, stun, all those fun things. So Medi is pretty cool because she was the inspiration for a battleship that appeared in later games starting from Battle Network 6, and that was the white capsule chip, which basically you attach it to another chip to create a stun effect, which is a really good chip. So my first skill for her is white capsule. She will lob 2 pills forward, just like she does in her fight, and it's a guaranteed stun, just like Vile's electric shock bullet. But the pills aren't very they're not very accurate, so you still have to hit them with it.
Okay.
However, they do have a little area of effect because when the pills land on the ground, they will cause a little explosion. So if you land with the explosion, it'll still stun as well. Her second skill is Healing Pulse. So in her fight in Battle Network 5, she would release a slow-moving ball that homes in on the target, and if that attacker connects, Medi will sap the HP from the target. So this is her healing move since she is a medic after all.
Right. Makes
All right.
sense.
I like that.
Except, she will be stealing your HP.
I like that
Right.
a lot.
Yeah. And, there's some other things you could do, like Twin Liberation, which is her command in the Liberation missions. It basically allowed 2 navies to work together to clear a whole row of dark panels. You probably work something like that in there. There was another one where she summons like these 2 drone-looking things that's red and blue, and when they combine together, they cause like a big explosion, I believe, on the battlefield. So there's some ideas there you could pull from, but those are the 2 I went with.
I like it.
Otherwise, yeah.
The bad aim thing that you mentioned remind me of White Day Cinnamon, like how the chocolate like locks on, somewhere, but if they move, then you're just gonna lob it in the wrong direction. That's really what it made me think of.
Mm-hmm. And
Cool.
like all the team members in Battle Number 5, Mega Man also got a Soul Unison form from them. So with Mega Man Medi Soul, and yes, he kind of processes as a girl, both a roll form and Medi form.
As you do.
Good.
Yes, as Mega Man does.
Just gotta do that, That's just how Mega Man is.
Yep.
That's how Mega Man rolls.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, Medisoul anyway. The big gimmick with that one was you could combine the effects of a pill, whether it be confuse, poison, stun, or whatever, with a battleship to give it that effect. So in that way, you have the chips in Next Dive that give different effects to a skill. You could probably do like additional effects like slow or poison or things like that to give to the capsule attack. Just give it a little more oomph. And that's about all I have for her.
Yeah.
But I want her Next Dive. I think it should be a cool addition.
That'd be super fun.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Well, I guess we've got all of ours out of the way. We can quickly do our fan submissions that we chose. Does that sound good with everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that'll have to wait until next time. Don't worry, we have plenty to say about those, so don't miss it. And thanks for watching. Big thanks to Dano, Dende, Silby, Dornor, Masterman, and all of our other supporters. See you next time.